This is a quite different introduction, but I am heading out to a 2-hour dog walk, so this is the perfect time to start this challenge. This weekend I am attempting to read for 24 hours. I don't know if that's going to happen. It is currently Friday, so I'm giving myself Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to read 24 hours. This is going to be a bit of a chaotic as well because I do have a lot of things to prep for the holidays. I am currently listening to Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, and I am 50% through, and I will have a more formal introduction soon, but for now, let's get this challenge started. So, 3, 2, 1. Alright, updates. Did not read that much on my walk. I read for just slightly over an hour. It's starting to get a little late. I started this challenge pretty late in the day already, but let's talk about my physical reading. I am going to start with 'Twas the Bite Before Christmas by David Rosenfeld. Ooh, the lights are really reflecting this one. This is part of the Andy Carpenter series. It's the newest book that just came out. It is a lawyer mystery, and it is set in a courtroom. Andy is a defense attorney. He wants to be retired, but he keeps getting sucked back into cases. And I'm really excited for this one. I don't know anything about the actual mystery. David Rosenfeld comes out with a new book every Christmas, so I immediately just grabbed it as soon as I saw it was out. And I'm just going to read as much as I can tonight, and that's why this is a 3-day challenge. Realistically, sleep is really important. I'm not going to mess up my sleeping schedule for a challenge, but I am just going to read as much as I can and just enjoy my books, enjoy Christmas, and just read some good Christmas books, hopefully. I will come back with an update once I actually read some. Happy Saturday. It is day 2 of this challenge. I still have 21 hours and 50 minutes. I only read for about 2 hours yesterday. I'm doing this challenge for 3 days, so theoretically I should be reading 8 hours a day. That did not happen, obviously, yesterday. So we got 11 hours today and tomorrow, which I might as well have just done this challenge for 2 days at that point, but it's fine. I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done today. I'm on a walk right now, which is going to be for 2 hours, so hopefully majority of that time I spend listening to an audiobook. I am pausing in between reading just so it's as accurate as possible. It also snowed in the city last night. I don't know if you can see that in the background. It never snows here because the sidewalks are too hot with the subway, so it could start snowing like on the 30th floor. By the time you get to the street, there's nothing. But it actually stuck. It's on the cars and all the trees, so that's really cool. I'm gonna plug in my audiobook now and see how much I can listen to during this walk. And after this walk, I will actually explain what I'm reading and how everything is going. First book completed with 14:33 remaining. I just finished 'Twas the Bite Before Christmas by David Rosenfeld. Oh my god, this was so good. What would I rate this? I have not thought this through yet. One thing that I'm really liking about, I'll say, the current era of David Rosenfeld's books is that there's been a bigger crime happening in the background that we're slowly uncovering as well. A lot of the earlier books I've noticed are just the one crime that we learn about in the courthouse, but he's been expanding into bigger and bigger crimes, and they're really good. I really didn't see where this book was going. I will say that one guy that I did not trust You would have just seen my reaction to the last 5 pages. One guy that I did not trust the entire book and I thought was suspicious. Yep, he was suspicious. No spoilers, but right at the end, he showed his true colors. And I knew it. I was saying him all along in my head. And then I was right. So I'm very proud of myself for that. I really like when I can guess part of a mystery book. I don't like to guess the whole thing. I've read one cozy mystery that it was so obvious. I was literally pointing out even like the red herrings throughout the whole book. And that's just not that fun. I do like to be surprised, but guessing a little bit of the mystery is really cool. I like the satisfaction of that. So we have 1433 remaining, which would mean I need to read 4.5 more hours tonight for the best case scenario, which would bring me to about 1 o'clock in the morning. I would rather not do that. What I'm thinking right now is to finish my audiobook while I get stuff in my apartment and packing done. I leave for my parents to spend Christmas tomorrow, and then I leave for the UK on Thursday. So I need to pack for both, and I need to get everything ready to pack for both. So I'm thinking to listen to my audiobook while I do that, and then go to sleep. I'm sure I'm going to finish my audiobook soon, and then probably start another one. And then wake up early tomorrow so I could finish however many hours I did not finish tonight, because there's no way that I'm staying up until 1. I would rather go to sleep for a couple hours and then wake up. I still think that it is possible to finish this challenge, but it's going to be tight, is the thing. I've been reading I started with, 22 hours left this morning. So I have read for about 8 hours, which is really good. It's a lot of reading for one day, but we are 1 book down. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I really, really enjoy this one. I think he knocked it out of the park for this one. And I will come back to you with an update when I finish my audiobook. I finished this book with a little less than 14 hours remaining. We finished 2 books in 10 hours. Pretty good pace. I don't know if I'm going to finish 2 more books, but we'll try. I ended up giving this book 2 stars, and I have very specific reasons for it. 1, this is a romance, but for it being a 400-page book, our couple did not interact enough for me to really care about their relationship at all. They only were together for really 3 or 4 days when this whole whirlwind happened and the 3rd act breakup, so they were barely together and then confessing their love to each other. I feel like I didn't even see enough of them to really care about why they were confessing their love to each other. I wasn't rooting for them as a couple, pretty much. This book was heavy on friendships, which I did like in some aspects. I do think that there maybe was a little too many subplots to follow. Some of them just got a little confused on what I was following, and I honestly, a lot of the characters I didn't like and I didn't care about them. I'm fine reading books with characters that I don't like. I think it could be really interesting, but I wanted some, at least in a little bit of a way, root for you. Even if a book is about a villain, sometimes there's stuff that you could root for the villain about. If the author is good, they make you care about the characters no matter who they are and what their personality is. And I didn't care for anyone in this book. I wasn't really rooting for anyone. It was kind of just people living their lives, and I just felt like a bystander, not caring about their lives. My last point is that, so in this book, our main character, Nori, she is a bookseller in London, and she's a secondhand bookseller. She has this knack for really knowing her customers and knowing what secondhand and rare book they would want to find. And I think that's really cool. And even at one point, they get a book in and she immediately has a customer in mind, and her business partner is like, oh, but that one's not on your list. How do you know that she wants that title? And she was like, just trust me, I know. And when they came in, apparently that customer's father had the same edition and they lost it or something. So it was very sentimental and she couldn't believe that they found it. And they never even spoke about it. I think that a book about a bookseller who has this magical ability, it wasn't a magical ability, it was just an intuition and She just really gets to know her customers, and she really loves seeing books go to their home. However, it got me thinking that a book where it's a secondhand bookstore and the owner has this magical ability to know the perfect owner for each book, that would have been an amazing story. This, however, I wish that this was that story. I do think for a Christmas romance, it was too long. Like, we did not need this much. Honestly, there was not that much Christmas in it. For Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, it was really lacking in mistletoe. This wasn't my favorite. I'm not unhauling it, at least not yet, because I have one more book by this author. If I do end up liking that, I'd like to keep the whole set. Otherwise, I might, if I don't end up liking that one, I might just keep the one that I do really like from this author, 12 Dates of Christmas, and unhaul these, but I'm not really sure yet. 2 stars is low, and usually I would unhaul a 2-star, but I like collecting Christmas romances. It just makes me happy seeing them on my shelves. They're just really cute. So if I end up liking, I'm going to give this author another chance because I already have the book. So I've been saving my Audible credit from the last 2 months. I get 1 Audible credit every other month, and I've been saving it for a challenge like this. So right now it's really hard to get Christmas books on Libby for free because everyone wants to read Christmas books, understandably. And I did have a bunch of them on hold. This one, thankfully, I did get off of the hold and was able to read it and return it early so someone else hopefully could read it before Christmas. But the other ones, I'm just way too far in the queue. I actually just released all the rest of my Christmas holds because there's no way that I'm going to get them before Wednesday. So I got the audiobook for The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year on Audible. Okay, so this is a Rivals to Lovers Christmas romance mystery by best-selling author Allie Carter. I have never read Allie Carter. I'm really excited to try. The cover looks really cool, and I did see, like, just flipping through the pages, that there is some mixed media. It looks like there's some police reporting and some interviews and then just regular text. So I'm very excited for this one. I'm gonna start this one on Audible now and get some stuff done. We 14 hours left. I'm not reading 4 more hours tonight. There's no way I'm staying up that long. This is already later than I usually stay up, and at this point 4 more hours would be 2 o'clock. So that's not happening, but I will get stuff done in my apartment and just listen to this until I go to sleep, and then we'll reconvene probably tomorrow morning to figure out where I'm at. I might do one more update tonight before I go to bed. Otherwise, I will see you in the morning. Happy Sunday. We have 11 hours, 47 minutes left of this challenge. If I read from now until the end, this challenge will be done at 9:02 p.m. I have things to do today. I can't just read for 12 hours straight. So it's going to be a bit of an all-nighter. I have not done an all-nighter for this challenge yet. I did not want to, but I do have off tomorrow, so I could catch up on sleep then. Let's go through what I've been reading. So I started the audiobook last night for The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, and I listened to another hour and a half of it this morning before filming this part. And I am on page 83. I think it was like 26% through, 25%, something like that. It is really good so far. It is about 2 mystery writers. One more of a cozy mystery, one more of like an action mystery. She calls it a leather jacket mystery, or like a leather jacket author, where he just writes about like cool car chases and big explosions, but doesn't have like the essence of a mystery like the Agatha Christie or stuff like that. So very different types of mystery writers, but they're both mystery writers. And they both get invited to a manor for Christmas from their biggest fan. And they both go, which, to be honest, already sounds like a bad idea. But they both went. And now that biggest fan is missing. There was a bunch of people there the night before. They wake up this morning. She's missing. They go check her room. It's locked from the inside, but she's not there. So now the mystery actually begins, and we're gonna slowly learn what actually happened and watch them uncover it. I'm really enjoying it. The audiobook is really, really good. The performance is really good. I'm also just really enjoying the mixed media. They have police reports at different times and like police interviews with the two main characters at different times. So that's really cool to see. I'm really enjoying this one a lot more than my last audiobook. So I'm really flying through this one. I'm like 99% done packing. So I'm gonna just finish that right now while I listen to this, and then start a physical book. I have just finished book number 3. It is 8:30 and I have a little over 6 hours left of this challenge. At this point, obviously I'm not going to finish by midnight. I am going to try to stay up until the challenge is done, but I really don't know if that's going to happen. I would really love to complete the whole 24 hours, but I'm really just going to try my best and see how long I could reasonably stay up. I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day of my Christmas break, so I can just sleep tomorrow. That's no big deal, but we shall see. But I have just finished The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I listened to the audiobook for this. I spent the last 3 hours crocheting Christmas gifts while listening to it. So at least I've been really productive during this challenge, at least. And I gave this book 5 stars. This book just came out this year. I believe it just came out this month. It is the December 2024 book of the month that I just got in my box this month, and I usually never read them this fast, but I am so glad I did because this book was absolutely perfect. Ali Carter, I have not read anything by her before, but she's definitely on my list now. And her other adult book, I just say, because she has a couple of young adults, is called The Blonde Identity, and I definitely want to read it. I don't know anything about it, but based on the writing style and just her storytelling, I want to read it. This was about 2 mystery writers who have to solve a murder. They are finding clues in cozy mystery books and using the knowledge that they have gotten through writing themselves, such as what kind of poisons there are and how to do murder with a knitting needle, things like that. Just random facts that they know because they are in this genre as writers, and they're actually using it. I really, really recommend this book. I am so glad that there has been a book that has been a knockout of this challenge. I really also did enjoy 'Twas the Bite Before Christmas, but this was just absolutely phenomenal. This is everything I wanted in a Christmas book and more. Now, what are my plans for the next 6 hours? I have 2 books with me. I have Kiss Me at Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, or All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard. I already read a book by her in this challenge, so I'm probably not going to do this one. Also, this one is very short. All I Want Is You is very short, and I think I could kind of fly through it. It is only 240 pages, so that should take me about 4 hours, I think. I am so tired. I can't do math right now. 60, 120, 180, 240. Yes. It should take me about 4 hours to read this, based on my usual pace of a page a minute. I have 6 hours left. Okay, thoughts. So, I'm going to do this one. All I Want Is You. I'm going to go through all of the stats at the end of this, but I read over 400 pages yesterday, and I have finished 3 books in the last 2 days. They are actually staying really separated in my brain, so I'm still absorbing what I'm reading, which I'm really glad about, but this is a challenge. I get it. I will come back with an update when I know what this book is about, because right now I know nothing, so I shall see you soon. It's been a couple of days. Honestly, it's been over a week. But I would very happily like to say that I finished my 24-hour readathon with about 50 minutes remaining. And I am considering that a success. So, thank you. I ended up not recording a outro that day, or even just talking about the last book that I read. I'm going to consider having less than an hour remaining a success, because there's no way that I could finish a book in less than an hour. So once I finished All I Want Is You, I said that the challenge was complete, and I did finish it. So we have completed the first 24-hour readathon of this channel. First, let's talk about All I Want Is You. I ended up giving this book 4 stars. It was phenomenal. It was about two writers who were exes, who one of them is getting an award, and she has to present the award to him. They have not spoken since their breakup, and now she has to present him an award for the best romance writer of the year, which she does not agree with because he never has any happily ever afters. The award ceremony is at this hotel, and then they're hit by a giant snowstorm. So they are stuck in the hotel together. And not only that, but they are stuck sharing a hotel room because they messed up her reservation and she doesn't have a reservation. So it's either sleep on the couch in the lobby or share a room with him. This book was phenomenal. I enjoyed it so much. It is only 245 pages. It's a short, quick, cozy Christmas romance. I truly think that this is my favorite book by Fallon Ballard. So she has one backlist book that I have not read yet and one that's coming out this year that I definitely will be reading. I love her writing style. I love her romances. Her stories are just really cozy, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. But as we all know, I'm a massive nerd, so let's get some stats about this challenge, because this was not an easy challenge. I read for 23 out of 24 hours, which I'm calling a success. Didn't even know if I would get up to 15 hours, to be honest. So I finished 4 books over the course of 24 hours. I finished 'Twas the Bite Before Christmas by Andy Carpenter, Meet Me Under the Mistletoe by Jenny Bayliss, The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter, and All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard. I had an average rating of 3.75 stars, which is really good. There was only one book that I didn't like, which was Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, but the rest of them all either got 4 or 5 stars. This challenge was extremely hard. I gave myself 3 days, but I started really late on Friday, and I also chose the busiest weekend because it was right before Christmas, but I completed it, and I will definitely be doing more of these challenges in the future because as much as it was so hard, it was so fun, and just getting to just set a time to just read a bunch of books at once was perfect. I absolutely loved it so much, and it was so hard, but I would recommend it. I would recommend giving a couple days, not just in one set of 24 hours. I know people do that, and I know people do it successfully. I don't know how, and I'm really jealous their ability to do that. But after reading All I Want Is You in literally one sitting, I could not imagine picking up another book after that. But if you have made it to this point, thank you for watching me struggle through this challenge. I am so excited to do more of these in the future. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of the YouTube things. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Stacking Pages, and I will see you in the next video.